Welcome to another C++ video here in UG Academy. Today, we are going to have a look at the keywords break and continue. Both of the keywords are used to control the loop. For the keywords break, it's used to break out of the loop within the loop itself. So, in case the program encounters the statement break, it will immediately exit the loop, no matter whether the termination condition is met or not. Let's have a look at an example. In this example program, we are again going to calculate the factorial of a user input number, similar to previous program. In this case, we are going to use the while loop for the calculation of the factorial. However, within the bracket here, we are not going to input a Boolean expression, but directly input the Boolean value true. So normally, the program will stuck within this loop forever because the termination condition is always true. To solve this problem, we can use the keywords break. Here, this if statement. During the calculation of factorial, the variable number is going to be decreased in value. At some point, it will decrease below 1. When number is smaller or equal to 1, the program will encounter this statement break and then break out of the while loop, and the rest of the program can be executed. Now, let's try to run this program. For the sake of time, I've already pre-compiled it. Input of non-negative integer. The factorial is 120, and the result of the program is correct. Now, let's have a look at the continue keyword. When the program encounters this continue statement, it will omit the rest of the loop. In this case, this part of the code will not be executed if the continue statement is executed. It will directly go to the next loop iteration. Let's have a look at the example. Here, the purpose of this program is to output a list of numbers from 1 to 20. However, it will require the user to input a number and omit the multiples of that number when it prints out the list of numbers. So the number is entered here, and it uses this for loop to print out the list of numbers. And the printout is done here. However, before the printout occurs, there is an if statement here. In case where the remainder of I divided by that number, by that user inputted number is 0, this operation means remainder. This implies that the current loop counter I is a multiple of the user input number. Then it will go to the continue statement, which will skip the rest of the loop, which means this part. So when this continue statement is executed, the loop will simply not print out the current value I and go to the next iteration. Therefore, we can avoid printing out the multiple of the user input number. Now, let's have a look at the result. For the sake of time, I've already pre-compiled the program. Maybe like 4. So as you can see, this is the list of numbers it gets printed out. However, there is no multiple of 4 here. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, like that. Now, let's have a look at some common mistakes while writing loops in C++. You can pause and take minutes to think about the problem within each of these cases. Okay, now let's have a look. For case 1, the problem is very obvious. Within this while statement, this cin is not a Boolean expression. So this is simply not the correct syntax for writing a loop. Within this bracket, there must be a Boolean expression. So this is the problem here. And for case 2, the loop part itself is okay. However, this part is problematic. J is the loop counter here. However, J is only defined but not initialized. So J can possibly take any value. It can be 0, it can be 100, or any other things. All possible. Therefore, in case that J is larger than 10, this loop will not be executed at all. So the intended purpose will be lost. For case 3, the problem is more subtle. This part is corrected here. However, there's another problem within the loop here. that is this semicolon. According to the syntax of while loop, we do not have to put any semicolon between the bracket here and the loop body. If you put a semicolon here, the compiler will treat this line as the single statement, and the loop will be an empty loop, and the program will stuck here because the value of j will not be changed and the loop will go on forever. So the correction is to remove this semicolon. And that's all for today. See you guys next time.